I'm gonna share the video. Y'all be on YouTube. Y'all already know how we do. Top of the selfish. I got the right person. She's a sweet individual, and I want you to spread that love to someone that's being selfish, like you always do. You know what I'm saying? Inside and out. You know that's why this change it around. So you ready to get on into it?
Yeah, let's go.
Ready? Let's do it, mama. In your words, what's defines a selfish person in your words? What's your words for a selfish person?
It's just basically someone that doesn't consider the people around them, and they are a little, I would say, a little bit of like self-centered. Might have a little bit of arrogancy going on there. I feel like it's a battle that a lot of people are faced within themselves. So I feel like being selfish is definitely self-inflicted, and it's a choice. And it's not, I don't believe that we are born selfish. I believe that we unfortunately live in a world where a system has been created for people to be selfish or to be greedy. And I think that when it comes, like, the best way that I can define selfishness is just being greedy and just being inconsiderate.
Okay. I like that. I like it. Great. That's a good answer. Great answer. What you said about people being born in the word. And that's an option, right? Selfish is an option for us, right?
I believe it is.
I believe so. Okay, I agree with you. Okay. All right. That sounds good. All right. What makes people selfish in your view?
I mean, I always think that anything a person learns how to do starts in the home as like a childhood, in their childhood. I believe that, and this is no knock to parents, but I mean, somebody has to take accountability because kids, like our youth is learning from us.
Yes.
I feel like when we brag and we boast the things we did, like materialistic things or just like life, just things in life, when we as adults let those things get to our head and we make it like your value is based on what you can afford, then I feel like when kids see that, they feel like, oh, I got to be at the top. I got to get to the top before anybody else. And like, they will knock people down to get there. And I think that's kind of where it comes into like the inconsiderate part. Because like, we can all make it together. And honestly, the world we live in, like I said, it's a system put in place for people to be against each other in a way. I mean, if you're like, look at it this way, you got rich versus poor.
All right.
And it's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? If we could all share and love one another and just have a heart to care for one another, then the word selfish wouldn't even be a word to exist in our society. But we don't know. And I say we as in myself and everyone else. I can't speak for you, but I will speak for myself. Like, I feel like we've all been a little selfish before.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I did.
Say, it has its pros and its cons because in a way, like when it comes to being selfish with yourself, that's holding yourself to a higher standard. You don't want to, like we can go a lot of different routes with this, but if we're talking about selfishness in a society, I feel like we can do better as a community of people and just kind of like look out for one another a little bit more and just kind of spread that love. And that the idea of sharing sounds really good when it comes to just peace, but it does have its pros and its cons depending on the situation, I would say.
I love it. I love that answer. Great answer. I love it. Seriously, you said a mouthful. You did speak to me. We all have been selfish before in life. Man, my selfish probably came more from like on the football field. You know what I'm saying? Like just, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I love my teammates, but hey, I want the ball. I want to score. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everything else, I haven't been selfish or anything, but yeah, we all have been selfish, and nobody can complain. You know, I mean, nobody can say it wasn't selfish. I like that, man. That's good stuff, man. You spoke the whole truth, and that goes back to like iron sharp iron, and I also speak about and a lot of times, how can I say it more like put it like in our black folks in our culture, like. We all can make this thing happen. You know what I'm saying? Right. I love everybody. I love everybody. But we all can make this thing. It's enough money for all of us out there. Why be judging each other? You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's good stuff, man. That's good. What is good about being selfish? What is good about that? I mean, I think one good thing is like me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm free heart, so. I love helping people. You ask me for something, I got you. You know what I'm saying, and just like that. You know what I'm saying. Some people selfish with money. I mean, that's good for them, but I can't be selfish, man. I love to, you know what I'm saying. I love to spread some love, but what's good about it?
In my opinion, I think that when it comes to I don't know. The word selfish just has such a negative connotation to it that it's like, how can you really like justify it? But when it comes to like, okay, let's say you're in a relationship and things just aren't working out, and you starting to realize that this person you're with does not value you as much as you feel you should be valued. And sometimes I think in all times in that case, it is okay to say, I'm putting myself first. I'm sorry. Like, it has to be mutual. That's why I said, like, I think it's just being inconsiderate. If people were considerate of one another, then selfishness wouldn't really be a thing. So, like, in a way, I think it's good when you kind of can use it for a good reason. Like, if it's going to be, like, beneficial for you. Beneficial for you in the situation you're in, because, like, in that regard, it's like, you're not being selfish. You're just acknowledging yourself. And you got overly like people who are super considerate, who never consider themselves. And that's not good, because then it's like you're lowering your value every single time. And then you have people who are super selfish and never consider people, and it's like you're arrogant, you're self-centered, you're all these different things, right? I think if you could find a balance between the two, then you can kind of figure out what scenarios you need to be like, hey, I'm putting myself first, or hey, let me consider this person. Like, we don't have to be rude about it or ignorant to the subject, because at the end of the day, we can all like learn from it. Like you said, and like I said, we all have experienced a time where we may have been selfish or know someone that was selfish, and it's okay to acknowledge that and take accountability and learn from it. Like, we're all flawed in some way, but you know what I mean? So
listen, that's why the topic was great for you to be on, because there's not a selfish bone in your body.
I try not to be
joyful, and the joy, like the spirit that you have, that's why it need to be hot on this topic. You know what I'm saying? And a person that's very, very selfish, that's going to hear this and that are seeing this right now, the one that are welcome y'all to the Real Life Podcast, y'all that are joining in, we're talking about selfish. Got my girl Cartier, a great topic. You know what I'm saying? And a person like you jumping on this and putting that, I'm putting like this right, joy over selfishness. You know what I'm saying? Faith over fear. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, you want the enjoy on top of this, right? They need to see the joy. Like, you don't have to be mean every day.
Right.
Like, selfish every day.
Yeah. I mean, it's all a choice. And I feel like when you choose to be a negative person, then you cannot get mad when negative things happen to you. Like, it's just a choice. Everyone has a choice.
Right. And I know we almost pretty much done. For the ones that are joining in, y'all catch the rerun on YouTube at Sip the Real. Y'all catch clips of this on Facebook and also TikTok. Instagram. Miss Cardi, I want to share this with you. Like, when I ran into you, when I first met you, I already knew, like I said, told you before, how real you are. And you could have been very selfish. Like, you know, a lot of times, what I mean, selfish, stuck up is kind of selfish also. And you could have been like that, but you wasn't that like that. You just were just like who you is. You always normal. And I don't let nothing ever change who you is. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody change who you are. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm telling you, man, you just don't know. Like, you got a long life, and you just don't know what God got in store for you. God has a lot in store for you. And you keep on with your boyfriend. Your boyfriend, y'all keep going. I love it. Black love. I love that. Keep staying strong. Staying strong. I appreciate him for letting me, you know, borrow you. I appreciate his obedience and everything. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I salute you guys. Definitely, man. Anything I can ever do, you know what I'm saying? Ever do, that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's one thing about Real Life Podcast. Like, I don't get on here, but this ain't no script. This is real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some stuff is scripted. We ain't doing no script, so we're keeping it from the heart. You know what I mean? So the next one, we pretty much about done. Y'all better get in, take notes. Y'all better learn. Hey, like I said, y'all catch a rerun. YouTube doing good. So how do you deal with selfish people? How you deal with it?
Like, when people are selfish towards me?
Selfish for you. How you feel with that?
I mean, I've gotten to the age or the point in my life where I don't really surround myself around that kind of energy. I mean, if I feel like you're just a person that's not willing to share, like, not, because I mean, honestly, I don't really care when it, like, if you're an individual that's selfish, that's something you're gonna have to take up with yourself and God. That has nothing to do with me. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a self-learner, and I like to learn things on my own. I like to try things on my own. And that took a lot, because, like, I think a couple podcasts ago, I told you, like, I grew up as the only child, and, like, I was dependent on people at one point in my life when I was younger. But as I got older and I started to realize, like, first of all, nothing's wrong with saying no. A lot of people misinterpret, like I said, self-value with being selfish. And it's like, no, there's boundaries. We all should create those. But I don't necessarily have anything against selfish people. I pray for them and I hope that they can find peace in whatever they feel they need to keep inside. Like, I know that I'm not selfish, and I know that, at the same time, if someone is overstepping that boundary with me, I have no issue with telling them, hey, like, that's a little overstepping. I don't have an issue with saying that, call it selfish. I don't think that's selfish. I think that's just creating boundaries, and you just can't. But when it comes to just helping someone out and just being a person that if someone needs to talk and they just need to vent, just being there, being a listening ear, I feel like you're giving your time, and that's super important. That could change someone's life, even if it's just a couple minutes or 30 minutes, however long it is. Like, I think if we become considerate of others, then the world would be a lot better than what it is. And like, the first things that come to my mind when I think of selfish is like wealth and greed. Like, because people, like, when it comes to opportunity, we got a lot of opportunists out here who only are around people because they want that opportunity. And don't get me wrong, if an opportunity presents itself to you, take it. But you got to look at it like, if you can visually see someone's going to get hurt in that process or be pushed down, then that's kind of like, I don't know. Like, I guess we can't make everybody happy, unfortunately.
Right.
But it got to come to a moment of like, okay, what's moral? Like, can we just have common sense, and can we value each other the same way we value ourselves? Like, I don't know. I think it all starts with yourself. Hence the word selfish, but it really does start with you. Like, I mean, I don't know how to really explain it. I hope I'm explaining it well. I'm kind of getting confused as I'm explaining it because it's hard. Like
you said the right stuff.
Yeah, like, it's just different. I guess it just depends on the individual and what you consider to be selfish. Like, because then it all comes down to a perspective thing as well. So
you said the right stuff.
Yeah.
You said it right. And like I say, man, like I told you before, like people just, like you said, it's an option. It's up to them to be selfish, and like you said, you got to take that up with God. You know what I mean? They got to. How can I say this? Like, life is too short. You know what I mean? And you could be selfish to a person, and mean the same as selfish. Just being, that messing with a person and everything, man, and that person. And you'll sit there and think about it, and that person might be gone, and you never got that forgiveness from that person, or you forgave that person. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel some type of way,
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Life is short, and when you look at it in that way, it's like you never want to leave, or you never want to be the reason why somebody was like, I wasn't good enough. You understand that, and I feel like I said, if we as a community of people could just come together and that would be so much better. But
that's something to keep on praying on. And I think, like what me and you doing right now, it ain't. I'm gonna say this again. I say this a lot when you see the video. I think I said it before. A podcast ain't got nothing to do with me. This podcast got to do with you guys. And it's a real life podcast. This is a movement. We want people to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want people to hear. It's not bashing nobody. This is motivation. This is like what a past we got, and there's people that's courage enough to to give that word. We're not supposed to hold on to our testimony. We're supposed to share it. We don't have to share it. Like you're gonna say, a lot of information don't need to be given, but certain things that you think, like, sometimes you don't want to open up a room that was closed, or sometimes you want to just, share what needs to be shared. You're the key factor, You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? Miss Cartier don't know yet, but hey, she's in the works of being permanently pretty soon. It'll get down in the future. You know what I'm saying? But that's, hey, we got 2 more left. We almost done. Y'all joining in. Selfishness is the topic on the Real Life Podcast. Sip the Real Cartier. Is it human nature? Well, I think we can talk about it. You can answer it. If not, we won't have to answer it. But is it human nature to be selfish? Is it in human nature to be selfish?
Like I said earlier, I don't think that we're born with these characteristics. I think that it is something that is taught, something that has to be seen by that individual. Because I look at it like, once you give someone the visual, then you don't know what they might do with that. Because, like, growing up, for me at least, like, my parents, I watched my parents basically be, everyone loved them. And they were not selfish people. I mean, they definitely had boundaries, but everyone respected their boundaries because they were people who were willing to help people get to where they needed to be. They never handed anything out to them or to me. Like, growing up, everything that I did, I had to earn. Even though they had it, I still had to earn it. And it wasn't them being selfish, it was them teaching me, right? So, like, I do not think that it's in our nature to be selfish beings. I think that, like I said, there is a system that has been put in place by man, and it puts people in a situation where you have to be selfish. You just, like, you don't have to be, but you have to be careful with what you share. And you have to be careful with how much you share. Like, sometimes you have to be selfish with your energy, with yourself, to maintain your own peace. Because you don't ever want to put yourself in a situation or around people that can drain your energy. Just because you're a considerate person, a good person, like, oh, I want to spread love, I want to spread positivity. You can always still do that. But sometimes it's okay doing that from afar. Yeah. And, like, I don't even know if that would really symbolize as being selfish. But in a sense, it's like you're distancing yourself from a situation, and to that person it could be you being selfish with, you know, your energy or whoever you are. But I think a lot of it just comes down to, like, what you learn and what you're taught growing up, like, especially during your adolescent years, because I feel like when you're a kid, that's when you're molding your personality. So whatever you see from, you know, the people you look up to is kind of what you're creating for yourself and how you are going to be as a person. And a lot of it is, like, not fair. It's not fair because some kids are like thrown into households where they're poor or they're rich. Yeah. And when you think about, like, elementary school or even high school, you got different walks of life in everybody. You got rich, you got poor, you got middle class, whatever. And, like, it can just, sometimes it can just kind of crash based on personality and what people believe in, people's values, and, you know what I mean? Like, what they were taught, how they may view the poor versus the rich, or however, whatever. I mean, a lot of times, like, it really takes a lot of self-reflecting to grow out of something that you've been in your whole life.
Right.
So,
I like it. Yeah. Great answer. I like that. I ain't gonna touch it. Great answer. Very great answer. We ain't going no fault. That's good. Good stuff. Pretty much confirmation what you just not saying. All right, and then in closing, give a selfish person advice. Give us some good, some positive feedback, some advice. You know.
Okay, I can do that. I can try. So, like, my advice to anyone who is struggling, I just kind of advise you to always look at how you treat other people and how you want to be treated. Like, it's as simple as that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't be selfish and have your hand out. You just can't. Like, that's so diabolical. Because now it's like, you're not willing to help me, but you think I'm going to help you. And, like, that just doesn't work in this world. No one's going to, I mean, people might do that, but realistically, no one wants to do that. So I always look at it like it's just, you know, treat people as you want to be treated. And if you want to share information, like, I don't know, like, okay, for example, like, when it comes to clothes, like, you got a lot of people who gatekeep. And don't get me wrong, float your boat, do what you're going to do. But at the same time, like, if you ever come across an outfit and you like, oh, I want to know where they got that from, I'm going to ask them. And they're like, no, I don't want to share that information. You can't get mad at them if you're the same person, just in a different light. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. However, when it comes to me, I don't care. Like, shoot, if I see somebody with the same outfit as me walking down the street, I'm like, okay, that's a little weird, but at least you like it. Like, hey, we both can rock it, you know? But you got people who would see that and be like, oh no, like, I don't like that. Why he trying to copy me? Why he trying to look like? And that's where we lose ourselves, because it's like, they can wear whatever they want to wear, and so can you. I mean, it is a little interesting if we got the same outfit on walking down the street, but I mean, so be it. Go on about your day. If you don't know that individual, why do you care?
That's right. Worry about it. Don't lose them.
Like, if it's that serious, just change your clothes. Bring a change of clothes, or keep some clothes in case you feel like somebody's gonna try to steal your outfit. Whatever. But I just say it to say, because, you know, we got selfishness and we got gatekeepers, and they kind of go hand in hand. But, like, even when it comes to my makeup, my hair, and the things that I admire about myself, and the passions that I have, I'm willing to share those with anybody. If anyone was to ask me, hey girl, where you get your wig from? Or hey girl, where you get your makeup? No, I got it from here. Like, I'm not I'm not very. I don't really care because at the end of the day, like when it comes to things like that, it's about how you wear it, how you rock it, how you do it. Like I don't care to share what I have with other people. Like I said, I've created boundaries. I'm 22 years old, so I've definitely learned how to create boundaries in this world, and I know my limit with people. And once I feel like I've reached that limit with certain people, hey, I let God handle that, and then I wish them best from afar. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm only going to give what only so much before it's like, okay, it's not mutual, and you gotta go.
I love it. Amen. Like you do not say, like, I don't know this person. I ain't gonna bother them. They're like me, and I work out, and they tell me I like an action figure. And you got guys, what kind of workout you do? Like they trying to figure out your workout. My thing is, I used to tell them a lot, but now I just kind of backed off of it because you got guys trying to overdo you.
Right.
Sometimes the way it's a jealous thing, you know. And like you gorgeous. So they might be like, what do you do? What do you do? They want to know. You want to know. But you will know the right. You'll know who the person is because that's self-centered, that's selfish, and that's hating. All that. That's all three in one. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like, man. Because you got people like that, you know. So if I see my name, hey, we all done had white forces. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, I'm 33, so. I remember when I was going to school, I came out of school 2010, I want to say till like my sophomore year, maybe till my freshman sophomore, I love Reebok. I could have got forces, but I love Reebok. I love Jordan, but I had a pair of Jordan, I had a pair of white Reeboks. And I like to be different. You know what I'm saying? I love to be different. I do certain things. And you're like, man, look at the Reeboks on how they're joke, but guess what? Guess who come out there with some Reeboks next? They ain't one joking. Yeah. Come out with Reebok. So you got to watch like that, man. That's a big get on the top of that another time. And everything. And that was the last one, Miss Cartier. You always come in. And listen, the thing about it, you do great interviews. And you always do. And like I said, you show love always. You support always. Man, I follow her. Y'all make sure y'all follow her on Instagram, Cartier. Follow her on Facebook also, and follow her right here on TikTok, Cartier. You know what I'm saying? Great. There's a lot of stuff I'll be conversating with you with that I want to do upcoming. Like even in November, which is my birthday month, Thanksgiving, I'll be doing stuff I would love to continue to collaborate what we're doing and stuff with the podcast, man. Like really, like the something I was going to talk about the podcast. We'll get there. I'm actually in football right now because I coach football too. I train also, so we're going to be setting stuff up and everything. We're doing good. We're undefeated right now. We're 2-0 right now. We won yesterday. We won overtime, so they doing good.
Okay, nice.
And listen, there's not many places I always learn. Like even when you go, going to church and everything. To all glory be to God. Missed the day by I bet church Sunday, but my thing was you can't go many places and feel the love. Mm-hmm. But I'm also say this too. You know the love is it's natural, it's real when you can feel it through the phone or you can feel it through the video, the camera, everything. That's real. And I feel the positivity in person you are. You know what I'm saying? You'll know. And thank God for discernment. I have discernment. So I know who's right and I know who's not. So I got a pit bull, I got a dog. My dog's a pit bull. He's big. He's real big. And one thing about my pit bull, he loves kids. Kids mean him no harm. But if somebody come in my backyard, I actually got him in my aunt's house. So when somebody come in, he's big, man. He come in that backyard and he start going off and all. We got cameras, so he start going off and all. He don't like that person. He know that person negative. He can tell. He knows a positive person. If he see you, he gonna love you. He gonna bark at you. He gonna love you and everything. But if he see somebody that he don't think need to be around, oh yeah, he be trying to break the chain. He breaks big.
I mean, dogs have really good senses, though. Yeah. They can see.
Yeah. So I'm all about, like you, we all about this spreading love, man, keeping it peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I got another topic for you. Man, as I said, I'm gonna hit you up and we'll get this thing settled. How you want to do this thing? Nobody really know our business. How we do it. Real Life Podcast. I appreciate you always coming through and doing what you're doing. You always, I'm gonna say like this. You're rentless. I hope I said it right. You're rentless. I think I'm saying that right. But you I said right.
Yeah.
Okay, but you always dominate. You dominate. So keep doing what you're doing. Like, you're gonna get tired because I'm gonna tell you, when the people ask, I'm gonna deliver. So when they ask, I'm going to the level. They want Cartier back. Continue to listen. And not just that, you stuck. Like, you stuck. Like, it won't ever change. You know what I'm saying? Ohio to South Carolina, it won't change because I'm in the work, man. This thing working out, getting the building and stuff. We trying to get this thing done, this foundation, everything going pretty good. You just be prepared because you and the husband, y'all be flying out soon. Like, get ready for it. And just get to see right here, man, how everything will start changing around and stuff and things coming along. And listen, God is good, man. God is great. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having me. I really love coming on this podcast every time. So I do appreciate it. I definitely appreciate spreading the word to people and all the support. So.
Thank you. Everything you do. Man, listen, I know you got to get going. Hey, y'all already know. YouTube at Sip the Real. I'm going to have the link is in the bio. Y'all click on it. Full video be uploaded. Y'all get to watch it, man. And y'all come. And also, thank you to my YouTube subscribers. YouTube has been going up, so I appreciate y'all, man. And it's going up, man. Everything. Got to keep on doing what we doing and keep doing it, man. Everybody, y'all just keep continuing being who y'all is, man. And Miss Cartier will be back. I'm actually ready to schedule her again. She don't know we're not going to set something up. One thing you want to say before we go, Miss Cartier?
Yeah, I mean, just, y'all, my Instagram's Cartier, KRDIYAE, same as my TikTok. Feel free to follow me, definitely support. I love everybody that, does join and listen. That means a lot. So thank y'all.
Thank you. They love you over here. They know what time it is. Listen, Real Life Podcast, Sip the Real, Miss Cartier. Y'all have a blessed Sunday, man, and blessed week. See y'all soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.